Imagine this. You are somebody who has the world in the palm of their hands. People listen to you, they admire you, they're even willing to rally behind you. But eventually, something changes. People realize that you might not be what you say you are. Your dark intentions get revealed and people realize that they have to do everything in their power to stop you. If this applies to you, you might be one of the most gruesome and hated dictators that this world has ever seen. That, or you're Katy Perry. Do you know which one's worse? Hint, it's the one who released Teenage Dream. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to Eternally Online, the place that you found because you are chronically online. I love music. When I'm studying or doing chores or hunched over while writing this script, chances are you'll catch me listening to a fine ditty. And I really love all kinds of music too. Rap, classical, rock, hell, even country sometimes when I'm feeling generous. I mean, I even wore my Beatles shirt for this video.
Do I look?
But the type of music I listen to most, by far, is pop music. I think pop music gets a bit of a bad rap in today's society. People see it as shallow, uninteresting radio fodder, but that's not always true. There are plenty of pop songs and artists that are high quality, have interesting and catchy hooks, and even have a good message. And for the same part, there are plenty of alternative music artists that also suck.
What I do?
I kid. All that is to say that there's a reason why pop music is so popular. I mean, it's literally short for popular music. You can't get more on the nose than that. People live busy and stressful lives, and it's nice to have something easy that you can turn off your brain to and still have it resonate with you. If I could only listen to 50-minute progressive rock songs that require a whole essay of genius annotations to even understand half the lyrics, I'd genuinely lose my mind. I do enjoy that type of music, but it's also nice to have something easy to digest in between. When you're an artist making pop music, you generally want to become, well, popular. I mean, who doesn't dream of becoming one of the most famous and wealthy people on the planet, and every single human being loves you and sees you as a god who can do no wrong, and you have the responsibility of never making any mistake whatsoever, because if you do, it will haunt you for the rest of your life and forever ruin your reputation, and all these people who used to love you now see you as one of the worst human beings alive. Being a pop star or being a public figure in general is a tough position to be in. A lot of people depend on you for their happiness and satisfaction. You have people hyperanalyzing your every move, and even though it makes you some sweet cash, it can still be a challenging thing to bear mentally. So it's really no surprise when we see a public figure struggling with the mental hurdles that come with being in the public eye. However, some people do handle it better than others. That's why in today's video, I want to take a look at what happens when pop stars crash out. Before we dive into it, what does it actually mean to crash out? Urban Dictionary defines crashing out as to willingly enter into a situation knowing the outcome will not be good.
I love my Discord, and I joke with them and I get in the chat and I say
To go insane and or do something stupid.
Now, a 6-woman crew, which includes the pop singer Katy Perry, will blast off to the edge of space today.
Or to get really mad and upset and lose all your self-control.
Serpent, thou art loose!
We all got that? FKA Twigs is a British pop artist most known for her unconventional music and fashion, and also for creating one of the most heart-wrenching songs I've ever heard in my life, only to be turned into a stupid TikTok meme about long-faced dogs in a Kermit voice that will never know how much pain sits behind the words they hear in the video that they laugh at because haha, dog funny! I'm not mad. Are you mad? In January of this year, she released her third studio album to widespread critical acclaim. However, despite the praise that she was receiving, things were starting to get a little bit messy within her fandom. It all began when she abruptly cancelled the Prague and Berlin stops of her current tour, the day before she was supposed to perform in those cities. Fans were understandably upset at the short notice of the cancellations. Most of them had already booked flights and hotels to Prague, and now it was all for nothing. But hey, shit happens, and it's usually not the artist's fault when a logistical issue like this goes down. But then it happened again. And again. Fans were even more upset with her now that she was cancelling almost all of her shows at the very last minute. But this isn't where it ends. Oh, no. Things are about to get much worse. In response to angry fan reactions, Twigs took to her own Discord server. So it's a Discord about her, but she's also in it. With a pointed message to her fans. Nobody artist on this planet has my skill set. Opera, wushu, aerial, director, producer, pop singer, songwriter, designer, actor, visual artist, creative director, dancer, fashion icon, dog mom. And now my own Twiglets are gonna try and turn on Mother? Why? Because of 2 very unfortunate rescheduled shows and some mainstream attention. We should be celebrating right now. You should be out there supporting me and being proud to be a part of this fandom. You are winning and you can't even see it. Too busy in a parasocial nightmare. Wake up. Truly the cherry on top of this burning car wreck of a Discord message is her accusing her fans of being too parasocial with her, in the same breath as her calling herself a mother to those fans in question. Irony. When you look at the situation at large and see Twigs being in this close of a proximity with her fans, I feel like it's obvious that nothing good was ever gonna come out of this. I don't have an issue with artists or creators wanting to connect with their audience. It happens a lot that small artists will meet fans after the show to have a chat with them. But notice how I said small? Yeah, I think Twigs' fanbase is simply too big to sustain a healthy relationship with your audience like that. She might not be the most famous artist in the world, but the fact that she's been invited to the Met Gala and has hung out with celebrities like Katy Perry and Nicki Minaj, both of whom we will be talking about later in this video, shows that she's pretty high profile as far as celebrities go. The more popular you are as an artist, the less people start seeing you as a human being and instead see you as some sort of god who's above them that they should idolize. I see this incident as a prime example on why it's important to establish boundaries with your supporters once you gain a certain level of notoriety. I think it's just not a smart idea to give such a big amount of people who basically see you as a deity unrestricted access and the opportunity to talk to you in real time all at once. I'm saying this as if I can relate and I'm not just making YouTube videos for an audience of 2 people, but for now I'm just stick to the comments section to talk to y'all, no Discord server for me. We all know this next person, it's Katy Perry. Known for hits such as California Girls, Roar, and that one commercial that she did for Just Eat, which has no right to slap as hard as it does. But nowadays, you might know her better as the punching bag of 2025. Ever since the summer of last year, it feels like Katy Perry has always been caught up in some kind of new controversy. First she got whacked for releasing one of the absolute worst songs and albums of the year. Then she made a lot of people angry by flaunting her wealth through a space trip that lasted like the duration of a shower. And recently, she's gone viral for her quote-unquote cringy choreography at her shows. Katy, as a wise mouse once put it, they are beating your ass in the quote tweets. So, why is it so cool to hate on Katy Perry now? Katy first generated controversy when she appointed a man named Dr. Luke to be the producer of her newest album. If you don't know who this is or why he's relevant here, Dr. Luke is somebody who has had specific allegations thrown his way. I'm not gonna get into it here because it's already been so extensively covered, but all you need to know is that he's basically a shit person and most likely a criminal. People found it hypocritical how Katy made an extremely shallow and derivative women empowerment anthem created by a guy who has apparently made it his life mission to not respect women. And of course, I can't talk about Katy Perry without addressing the elephant in the room. On the 15th of April, joined by an all-female crew, ex-climate change activist Katy Perry went to space as a passenger of the Blue Origin, a rocket that went to space for the grand total of 11 minutes, and the trip ended in Katy kissing the ground of the same Earth that she just polluted with 5 times the amount of carbon emissions that the average person will ever release in their lifetime. Yeah, no, last time I used that cream on my feet, I got a fungal infection down there, so I don't want to. Oh my god, Jesus. What the hell? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my god, what was that? Okay, guys, I just blew up the children's hospital nearby. Like 300 people just died. You did what? No. You guys don't get it. I had to show everyone that explosives are dangerous, and we should stop using them so people don't get hurt. I mean, look at what just happened. Thanks, Katy. I'm sure my humble efforts of splitting my trash will really save the planet now. I think Katy's crash out hasn't necessarily been a traditional crash out, but more just a long series of uninformed, ignorant decisions that she just keeps doubling down on. But if you want to see an actual crash out, look no further than Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
This incident is pretty old, being from the beginning of 2024, but it's just too good to not include. Nicki Minaj was one of the most beloved and successful pop stars of the 2010s. But like Katy, you could say that she's fallen off in terms of popularity and reputation. This loss of reputation mostly comes from the fact that in the recent years, Nicki's been the subject of a lot of controversy. The main thing she's been scorned for online is choosing to marry a registered sex offender, having a child with said offender, and then proceeding to torment and harass the victim of said offender into silence. Things came to a howling crescendo when fellow rapper Megan Thee Stallion threw a jab at Nicki and her husband in her song Hiss.
These hoes don't be mad at Megan, these hoes mad at Megan's law.
Megan's law being a law put in place for a reason that's very relevant to the crimes Nicki's husband has been accused of. Awkward. Nicki did not take well to this, so she took to Instagram Live and showed us what a crash out is, alright?
I saw the true evil demonic serpent in her. Bitch, I dare you. I fucking dare you, bitch, to say one more thing about my fucking family.
On your dead mama, lie 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 on your dead mama.
I fucking dare you, bitch, and I know you listening right now, you bullet fragment foot bitch. You are a disgusting serpent. Serpent, thou art loose. And for all my supporters that's on this live, I wish you blessings and love and peace this year. I wish you prosperity this year. I really do.
Petition for Nicki to play a Disney villain in whatever movie they decide to ruin with live action next.
Just remember, if you're lucky one day, hopefully your womb will bring forth a child.
So, what did we learn today? In conclusion, people can call celebrities out for bad actions. These people have large platforms, and seeing some of them showcasing this reckless social behavior to thousands of impressionable fans can be very problematic when it's actions that bring real harm to other people. But I also can't imagine that it's easy to have this many eyes on you all of the time. And knowing that people are foaming at the mouth not to just critique your art, but you as a person. Pop stars like Nicki and Katy used to be on top of the world, so I empathize with being in a position where they feel like they have to chase that kind of love and success again, but people just don't take to them the way that they used to. And as much as that might suck, it is something that you have to accept as a possibility when you're in the public eye. At least they can cry about it with their Louis Vuitton tissues inside of their $1 million homes. So, what should we do to fix it? If you watched this entire video waiting for an answer to that question, I'm about to disappoint you because I genuinely have no idea. I don't think there's really a concrete solution on how to find a middle ground in all of this. But hopefully everybody can show some more responsibility and empathy towards each other from now on. That goes for the celebrities and us peasants. It's a bit of a pipe dream, but hopefully it could help create healthier boundaries between celebrities and fans, and prevent people from spiraling this badly. That's all I have for today. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I too can become a celebrity, and I'll promise you that my crash out will be the greatest crash out that the world has ever seen. But don't worry, my fans will be safe from my wrath. So you better subscribe right now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!